What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Be on the plate. I'm your host, Mo, and no, this is not your average food channel. This is food for thought. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I've been out of the loop for about a week or so. A lot of events have prevented me from doing some recording and laying down some footage. Let me fix this up a little bit. Hold on, give me 1 second here. What's wrong with this thing? This thing's that good. Well, sometimes life hits you from all different sort of angles, and you need to attend to life first and foremost. A lot of this virtual sort of existence is all fine and dandy, and it's all fun. And as I mentioned before, it's very therapeutic for me. The fact of the matter remains is that this is another level. This is another wave. Reality is reality. And there's no way to masquerade what transpires in reality. There's no way to circumvent that. You have to tackle reality head on, straightforward. You got to run right up the middle, So that's what I've been dealing with. So I've experienced actually quite a few setbacks in the past week or so, which I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to talk about the impact that these occurrences sort of have upon me, because I have a problem. I have a problem with people that they talk about. A lot of people want to open up businesses. A lot of people, want to be entrepreneurs. But you know what? The fact of the matter is that everybody can't. Everybody doesn't have that sort of fucking mentality. Everybody doesn't have that sort of mind frame to be an entrepreneur. You have to adopt a certain type of way of thinking. You have to move a certain type of way. You have to reprogram what the fuck you think you already know and gain that sort of those universal business principles that every business person has to apply. You can't just be lackadaisical when opening up a business. You can't just wait for opportunity to come knocking at your door when it comes to your business. But anyway, so I've been a little frustrated with that because a lot of people been bombarding me with that, and I've also experienced a bit of that myself. As you all know, that I am getting into the SMP business. Actually, I was supposed to start my training. It was the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of this month, and that didn't work out. The guy who was supposed to do my training actually said that he was missing some sort of certification from OSHA, and but once he acquired that, which was like a 60 or what was it, 60-hour sort of certification training, that he wasn't going to be able to train anybody for 4 years. I don't know how true that is or not, but I've been doing some investigating, and so far I've come up with the fact that that is not the truth. So what I was thinking of was, when you're at a barbershop, or you are, as I was, at the SMP practice where I got my SMP done, and I expressed my wanting to get into the business, and I start to just, talk freely, because I don't care. You can steal my ideas all you want, because I'm full of ideas. I'm full of different visions, and I'm always morphing. So I shared a lot of my ideas with this individual, and I think that I spoke a little too much. I think that sometimes people are threatened by that, and I think that some people start to take you on as competition. And by no means that I'm trying to compete with anybody in that business or in any capacity. I've always been the type of person, I'm just in my own lane, do my own thing, and I get what I get. You know, for that reason, I've developed multiple sources of income so that, you know, where one lacks, one picks up, you know, sort of like if it were, I operate as if it was like a mutual fund, you know, where some, you know, some of your investments may lag, but others may pick up and pick up the slack from the other ones. But anyway, but so that kind of threw a wrench in my process and kind of pushed me back. Now, I got rescheduled with a big SMP company, one of the top SMP people out of New York City. I think it's called Top Line, if I'm not mistaken. They operate in New York City and also in California and I think Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And but that's for August, so I'll be doing that in August. Why am I doing this? Because I believe in it. I've noticed differences. How I've noticed the impact that it's had on people. Not so much myself. I have not changed because to me, I mean, I was born with hair, so I'm the one that's been missing the hair. So I should have always had hair. So having it or having the impression as if I have hair comes natural to me. But other people start to, I don't know, maybe take a, you know, sort of a, like, maybe subconsciously they're like, damn, this dude is looking kind of right, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And they start to act a little different. And maybe even they start to think that you, meaning me, am now full of myself or feeling some type of way. No, because I mean, I've been fucking sexy, you know, without hair. You know, I've always been intelligent. I've always been able to communicate and be personable. So my attitude has not changed, but I think that some of the attitudes of some of the people have changed quite a bit. And it's unfortunate because, you know, relationships get strained because of that. But, and I'm sorry, I know I seem to be jumping around a little bit, but these are just some of the things that I've been experiencing in the past week and a half or so. And it's unfortunate. And then on top of that, to add the fucking icing on the cake, my fucking Blazer breaks down. So I was, for Mother's Day, I went, picked up my brother in Brooklyn. So from PA, I go to Brooklyn. From Brooklyn to deep in Connecticut, and then reverse that, all of that, to get back home. And so I'm talking about probably, let's say, 4 to 5 hours. You know, I'm pushing this thing hard. And here it is, just last week. I'm on the highway, taking it easy. One of the clamps on the oil line got loose, and I seized the engine before I could even get off the highway, and so that sucked because this was a budget bill, but it's not much of a budget bid not build is not much of a budget build now because it didn't make sense for me to replace the engine with a used engine, especially not from 1992, because I'm sure it's gonna be beat. So I had to go with a brand new blueprint engine from Summit Racing. It came with a pretty hefty price tag, and also, but I'm rest assured that you know, the engine is dynoed before it's shipped. It's coming with some very decent numbers, 365, I believe, horsepower, 400, a little over 400 torque. So the Blazer's gonna be performing pretty nice, but of course at a price that I wasn't willing to pay initially because it was a Project Blazer. But I love that vehicle that much, and I'm so engulfed in that vehicle that I just can't see myself operating this summer without it. Yes, there are other cars that I can use, but none of them give me that sort of satisfaction that the Blazer gives me when I drive the Blazer, because it's a project that I've had my hands on for post-COVID, I mean pre-COVID. So this is something that's been in the making for quite some time. So, but anyway, so I've been just dealing with that, and whew, um, yeah, I had a. Then I was at my, as I said, I was at my mother's for Mother's Day, which I had a great time. It's always a wonderful time when I'm seeing my mom, visiting with my mom. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of you mothers that's out there. Um, I wasn't able to, shout anybody out because, of course, I was just tending to my own family at the time. But blessings to each and every one of you. Happy Mother's Day. So, just dealing with these things, it piles up and it kind of weighs you down a bit. And on top of that, I have other responsibilities and engagements and, other businesses that I attend to. So I'm just pulled in so many different directions that sometimes it just, it's overwhelming sometimes, to be quite honest with you. And then on top of that, as if what I have already isn't enough, I'm getting into this SMP business. Actually, tomorrow between 4 and 4:30, I'm actually going to be visiting a location where my SMP shop is going to be, hopefully, is going to be structured there. I hope it works out, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted. But I just wanted to chop it up with you guys. It's been a little while. It's been a little while for me. It's I've been in my head and in my thoughts for quite a while, and as I mentioned before, this is something that's very therapeutic for me, and this is something that I definitely enjoy do it whenever I can do it, and I try to allocate time for this as often as I can, but I can only do with the amount of time that's afforded to me to do this. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all you guys' love and support, and oh, and also what I've been dealing with, and I wasn't gonna say too much about this, man, because I don't think it's worthy of mention, but I think there's a lesson to be learned in everything in life. So anyway, just recently, well, I had posted I think it was my first SMP video. I don't know, I posted about three: my first session, second session, third session, and then maybe one after that. But anyway, in one of those sessions, the reviews have been great. People are commenting on the work that was performed on my head. As you can see, I mean, if you ask me, it came out pretty nicely. However, I recently encountered my first YouTube hater. My first YouTube hater. And I guess I made it. I guess I made it. I guess that's the icing on the fucking cake for me. Because this isn't that type of channel, this isn't that type of channel where, I'm gonna be beefing with somebody. I'm gonna be, I've noticed on other people's channel, I guess they talk about them having trolls, and I guess people that, comment and say negative things about them, and then they engage in this verbal fucking combat, where they're disrespecting each other and inviting each other to their private parts and talking about each other's mom and this and that and the third. And um, and fortunately enough, this didn't get to that degree. But this guy made some comments, and it was really one particular comment because I respect everybody's opinion. If he didn't like it, he didn't like it. That's fine. It's not for everybody. I was questioning his degree of why he was so interested, or why he was so like upset about him not liking the way my SMP came out, because he really went in. And if you go back to those videos and you look up the kind of the conversations we were having, because I even asked him myself, like, why is this necessary? Like, like you're coming, like you continue and continue, and then it took me to a place, because in one of his comments, he called me son. And you know it took me to a place when I was in prison. That's when I mostly started hearing, yo, you my son, or you my son doula. Not me, it wasn't said towards me, but you would hear people tell other people, because some people were getting sunned. You know what I'm saying? Some, and meaning like, you're my fucking son. I think the only thing closer to that is calling somebody your bitch, absent the homosexual aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Aside from that, it had nothing to do with, homosexuality. But yo, you my son, or I got you under the wing, sort of thing, or like you're inferior to me. And to me, once I heard that, that kind of, it brought me to that place. And you know, it brought me to a place that, it stirred up a lot of emotions in me, especially because I was very close to my father, and I'm nobody's fucking son but my father's son, and ain't nobody ever try to son me. I was never nobody's son but my father's son, period. So it brought me to those sort of emotions. But even more so, what I started thinking about is the way YouTube has evolved. You go on YouTube now, you see dudes beefing, dudes cursing at each other, dudes disrespecting each other, and everybody is not from this YouTube era. Everybody's not from social media era. I'm not from social media era, so don't come to me with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling that. I go out my way. I go out my way to make sure that I'm respectful, and that I treat everybody with respect, because I am not going to tolerate somebody disrespecting me. But that individual, he also called himself Trumpety Trump. And then he was also giving me some lessons in Ebonics. And I was like, how the fuck somebody that calls himself Trumpety Trump, and then he goes on to say that he lived in the Trump Tower or some shit. This dude was out of his fucking mind. But anyway, I didn't engage in any of that too much. I just wanted to try to understand what the fuck compels people to go to this degree. Like, if we were on the street, things will be different. You know what I'm saying? But I know society and the streets have evolved a great deal from when I was out in the street and when I was out in society prior to my incarceration. But listen, man, let this be a message to everybody, man. Everybody don't come from the same era. You can't tell some people, you can't talk to everybody the same. Everybody's not going to process what you're saying the same way. You can't come as somebody that's old school and talking about you my son, or call me son, when, and he said something about that he was straightening me out. My man, my motherfucking man, you know, my man. you know. But there again, here we go. That's that social media sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 100% sure that this dude can straighten nothing out over here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not getting into that. And that's another reason why I stay away from talking about my history or my experiences out in the street, you know, because maybe some people try, would interpret it as, oh, this guy's some tough guy, or this guy thinks he's this or he's that. No, I don't, I'm as passive as they come. I don't bother nobody, but don't bother me, my man. Don't bother me. I don't fuck with nobody because I'm not gonna allow somebody to fuck with me. Period. Period. And that's the way I walk. You know what I'm saying? And that's not that's been my way since day one. Since day one. Anybody who knows me know I haven't changed. I'm the same fucking guy when I was forever wary. How about that? Since forever wary, a new word. Since then, I don't change, man. I'm humble. I do my thing. I'm not looking for mass appeal. I'm not looking for, you know, and anybody's praise. I move. I toot my own horn and dance to my own fucking drum. And that's just the way it's been, and that's the way it's gonna be. I'm not interfering in nobody's life. I'm not gonna let nobody or allow somebody interfere in my life. I do what I do. I do in my lane. Even for example, look at my YouTube thing. I have a particular YouTuber, a YouTube subscriber. I don't know who it is, but it's funny that I don't know. Every so often they unsubscribe and subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe. I don't know. It's like they're indecisive about how they feel about me, and I understand that. Because you know because of just the way dynamics of society is and how prevalent YouTube is in people's lives. A lot of people can't live off life without a fucking phone, period. You know what I'm saying? They need to be on these devices. They need to be in these social media circles. That gives them some sort of feeling of belonging, a place to belong, and or maybe in their mind, damn, somebody's listening to me, or uh, somebody commented, so I'm important. I'm somebody. And in my previous video, my Monday motivation that I just put up not long ago, that's sort of what I was talking about. Because I'm a very firm believer, man, that if you stay true to your core and who you are and what comes natural to you, you will always be okay. You are strong enough to overcome anything if you just dig deep within yourself and don't look externally. What's external of you, it's only gonna pacify you. That's all it's gonna do. That's all it's gonna do. It's only gonna pacify you. It's gonna give you some momentary comfort, but you know what? Once that's over and done with, you're back to looking at yourself in the mirror. And then what? Do you seek that outside of yourself again? You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta, whatever the problem it is that you have to solve it. You have to resolve it from within. From within always. And then everything else is gonna manifest itself, and it's gonna be all right. So that's where I was pretty much coming from that video that I titled "You Can't Serve God and the Devil Simultaneously." Maybe some people, will perceive it the wrong way. Maybe some people won't. But that, in a nutshell, that's all I'm trying to say is that, you can't take care of yourself when 99% of yourself is invested in what's going on in other people's lives or in social media or, outside of yourself. You have to deal with you. You stay true to yourself, serve your God, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine. And, I'm glad that I'm, taking this opportunity to clarify that, because I might have lost a subscriber or two, but you know what? That's fine. Who would have known that I would have had over 100 subscribers? I mean, what? I'm at 102, 103, 2 or 3. It fluctuates like that, 2 or 3. Bachatas, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So that's where I'm at, man. And and not to knock social media, I think it's a wonderful tool. I've developed a pretty lucrative business off of social media, and I've been able to help people through this business. Essential and some. I speak about it in some of my YouTube videos. That's why I sell T-shirts and mugs and various other items, and 10% of the proceeds go to families affected by COVID. Um, this company has been doing pretty well still, and so these are kind of like the things that I'm talking about. When it comes to social media, you know, um, there's a lot of fallacies out there. There's a lot of propaganda, a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of wool being thrown over people's eyes. All the while, you know what? Let me open up my phone. When I open up my phone, this is what I have. I have the fucking world in the palm of my hand. That's what I see. That's what I remind myself of every day when I open up my phone. And it's no gimmick. Look, I'm gonna open it. Boom, that's my phone. See? Let me close it. Boom. This is what I have in the palm of my hand, as so should everybody else, you know? But that's why everybody's not a doctor or lawyer or professor or whatever, We all have to pave our own way through life. We all have to, play our own positions in life and serve our own individual purposes, which is all cool. But for those of you who, you know, aspire to do more and be more and contribute a little more to society, stop looking into your phone, um, as a I would say as somebody that's just looking for to be pacified, instead of start using these devices to create a business and structure a business for yourself, because it is a very powerful tool that you have on the palm of your hand, and you can certainly become successful right from the fucking very palm of your hand. So, you know, some people see it, some people don't. Kudos to those who do. It sucks for those who don't. But to each his own. I respect everybody the same, and it 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 means the same to me. So yeah, and for me, yeah, this is straight therapy, straight fucking therapy. Um, I don't have many people that I talk to on a daily basis, and you know what? And let me dive into something that I was thinking about. It just seems like I'm rambling on, but I'm trying to. I'm actually cramming in a week or so worth of things that I have been experiencing, and things that I have been just accumulating in my mind, and it kind of have weighed heavily on my heart. And that is my circle of friends. I haven't been, I have very, very few friends. To me, to me, how would they say it? Actually, numbers, or you know, the amount of people that's in your life doesn't equate to, you know, how many good people are in your life. You can have, 10 people that are fucking worthless or useless in your life, and it doesn't amount to having one person that, actually cares for you or loves you unconditionally and or someone that you can actually call your friend and somebody that's very dear to you. And anyway, to me, strength is not in numbers. Strength is in an individual, and it can be just one. One could be enough. To me, quality over quantity any day of the week. And so for that reason, I've always kept my circle small. I have very, very few friends. Probably I can count on the palm of my hands, on the palm of my hand, left or right, but not both. How many friends I have, and to me lately it seems like I don't know, we've been kind of distancing ourselves, or we don't link up as we should. And who knows? It could just me being emotional, Virgo shit. But I miss my people. I miss you know us talking frequently, and reaching out and checking up on each other and things like that. That always meant a lot. Something that I did say, I think in one of my videos, my mental health video, that we come out, I kind of joked about it, but it's actually a fact that once see the people that I know, serve some heavy time like I did, and pretty much we were all kids when we went in, and I don't believe that we all came out, straight, with all of our screws tight, Um, we I'm sure that we are lacking in a lot of departments. So it's always nice, to hear from my people and stuff like that. But lately, I feel like it could just be just because of the coronavirus. Maybe when the mask off thing is in full effect, and it's free reign out there. Maybe we'll reconnect and get together or something, or who knows, do a barbecue, a picnic or something, whatever. But I definitely miss my people, and from time to time I do feel a bit lonely and alone, and I do feel like the people sometimes that surround me, I'm just not faking the funk, but I'm just going with the flow, kind of like whatever. But it's not necessarily what I want to be doing day in and day out or whatever. But not saying that I don't appreciate these people, and I do, but it's a different sort of connection that me and my comrades have. It's a different connection, because we can really identify with each other. We're cut from the same cloth. We come from the same place. Our struggles are the same. So there's a lot that we identify with each other. And so that's a different level of understanding and camaraderie there. So but I definitely, I miss my people and stuff like that or whatever. And but yeah, so I've been very busy within my mind, and it's just a matter of time of me just sitting down, clamping down, and putting all of this out there for you to see. I'm far from perfect, very far from perfect. Never claimed to be perfect, but each and every day I do strive to be a better individual, to tighten up a little more, and not just only my thought process, but the actual execution of my thoughts. Because what are your thoughts? What is intelligence if you're not applying what you know? It's just useless information, actually. So yeah, so that's where I've been at, and before concluding, I just want to say thank you. You don't know, I owe you guys uh, a great deal of applause and admiration, and just a lot, because I put a lot on although my channel is what it is, I put a lot into it. like everything else that I do. You know, if I'm gonna engage in something, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put my heart in it. I'm gonna give it everything I got. And not to say this is everything, because you know, with time and experience comes progression as well when it comes to me. So I know that when it comes to probably a better presentation of footage and things like that, I know that I could get tighter or whatever. But I know I think I've been doing fairly well, you know, in comparison to channels that I've seen that, you know, they go on there, and such as a video like this where I'm just chopping it up with you guys, which is all fine and dandy. But I also like the creative side of YouTubing and you know, editing my videos and the sound effects and just going places and kind of like dissecting it behind the lens, you know, and doing that sort of stuff. It's just a whole different animal after that. And it's challenging and it's rewarding, because you know, I like to see once the product is done, and I like to see, you know, that people are actually enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. So yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love you all. You guys do a great deal for me. Thank you for all the continuous love and support. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'm gonna be back with another video very shortly. Actually, just I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit. This is gonna be fun as hell for me. I discovered it was hot today. It was sickening fucking hot today. I had to come home like super early because the heat was kind of intense. And don't tell nobody, but it kind of started making me feel a little weird, you know? It was a little hot, you know? So I was like, let me find some fucking shade and just fall back, chill, and relax. But you guys know that I love the beach, love the water. So my next video, I'm gonna prep you guys for this one because it's funny as hell and it's gonna be fun. I discovered the location of a nude beach. And I'm going there because I want to see what the fuck this shit is about. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going Wednesday, actually. I think I'm going Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be at its highest during the week. I think it's going to be like 86 or 90. So it's going to be kind of a new experience, sort of. Yeah, a new experience. So I'm gonna share that with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. I may not put that video out that exact day, Wednesday, because it's gonna take me a little time to you know, edit and just get it right and proper how I like to present, you know, my videos. But be on the lookout for that. I'll give you more details during that video. So be on the lookout for that. And for that gentleman who Trumpity Trump, I just want to just show him, you know, because I think my SMP kind of came out all right, you know. I think it came out pretty well if you ask me, you know, but to each his own, you know. Either way, even Trumpity Trump, which is the guy who was talking nonsense about my SMP video, I appreciate that guy too, because it's people like that that keep me sharp. It's people like that that keeps that fire burning inside of me. And it's people like that that keeps me busting ass. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Peace.